I was barely outside today, Danielle, but it was a hair-raising day, I think, for a lot of people because I could hear the wind from my desk.
Yeah, it was all over, and quite calmer in Calgary compared to what's going on south of Calgary. So Pincher Creek area over to Lethbridge, 70 to 80 km/h gusts today. Here in Calgary, around the mid-40s when we look at gusts. At this point, at this moment anyway, at the airport, no gusts is registering, just sustained wind speed in those high 20s. Now, this wind did get us up to 9 degrees at the airport for today. It's 10 degrees downtown to Zaw Park, sitting at 9. Big Four Motors' massive first anniversary sale is on. See it at bigfourmotors.com. Looking at those next 24 hours, there is a small chance of an isolated shower here and there. If you look outside, you can see them going on all around us. Some of it evaporating before it hits the ground, which actually enhances the wind. We have the chance of gusty conditions late in the day tomorrow once again. Small chance of a late day sprinkle tomorrow and a high around 7. More details coming up.
Thanks, Danielle. Several factors in the weather, even throughout the weekend, that are going to play into that avalanche risk.
Yeah, so the higher risk, anytime we have these warming temperatures, that increases the risk because it makes the slabs more unstable. And then when you add the additional snowfall that we're getting in some areas in the mountains, that makes things even more unstable. So enough going on to basically stay out of the backcountry for this weekend. Okay, outside we have some sunny periods, we have had some cloudy periods, and we have certainly had the wind gusts. We'll talk more about the wind gusts in just a second, but temperature-wise today, we got to a high of 9 in Calgary, so that's above normal. Normal is 5 degrees for this time of year. Brooks, Medicine Hat areas got into the teens today, but now starting to cool down for the day. 11 degrees right now in Brooks, 13 in Medicine Hat, and 9 in Lethbridge. But this corridor here in particular, of course, quite gusty. So those are the gusts that got the temperatures up. But, you know, it's kind of that balance. It is nice to be outdoors when it's that windy, even though you have the warmer temperatures. Okay, another thing to talk about is what we're getting with regards to this moisture. So some of these could actually turn into non-severe thunderstorm cells. Again, maybe a little burst of lightning with it, a burst of rain. If these can't really materialize to much and it evaporates before it hits the ground, it's called virga. You can see it where it looks like the rain stops before it hits the ground. That actually enhances the wind speed in that area, in that localized area. So expect some wind gusts, especially if you're looking towards Brooks, towards Medicine Hat. Your wind gusts will actually get enhanced with some of these cells if it is evaporating before it hits the ground over these next couple of hours. We already have had that at times. So 39 km/h was the maximum wind gust in Brooks, 63 in Medicine Hat, and that could increase sporadically here and there through the next couple of hours. 72 km/h in Lethbridge and just over 80 in Pincher Creek. For us here in Calgary, we look at mid-40s with regards to our maximum wind gusts. So similar tomorrow with regards to we will have gusty conditions, but not as gusty. We're looking at 60 km/h in that Pincher Creek to Lethbridge area, and for us here in Calgary, about 40. We also do have the potential for more late-day development. Now, tomorrow in the morning, sunshine in Calgary, more cloud cover in Lethbridge, and still some snowfall in Pincher Creek. Pincher Creek will likely pick up 5 centimeters tonight. And then that late-day development, once again, closer to the supper hours with those pockets of showers, maybe even a couple lightning strikes included in some of them, and enhanced wind as some of those pockets push through if the rain doesn't make it to the ground. Sunday, though, looks pretty stable. We just will likely have that Chinook arch build in to Calgary and areas to the south as well. 7 degrees as our high for tomorrow in Calgary. Again, it will be gusty, but 40 km/h gusts, similar to today for us in Calgary, and that chance of a late day sprinkle. 10 degrees, so double digits for Sunday. And as we head into next week, hey, we're kicking it off with temperatures in the teens, and we will likely hold on to daytime highs in the teens for about 3 days.
Danielle, I said it looks like it's a good weekend ahead, though really if you're going to head outdoors, Sunday would be the better day, right?
Yeah, if you're looking for less gusty conditions and a little more sunshine and even warmer temperatures, that's Sunday. Saturday, you know, it's a little bit all over the place for tomorrow, a little bit unstable, especially later in the day, and it will be a gusty one again. 10 degrees was our high today. Normal is 5, so we're certainly above normal for today. Tomorrow, just a high of 7, so not quite as warm. Gusts today, we're in those mid-40s. You can expect that tomorrow, especially in the afternoon hours. The difference, it will be out of the northwest, so it's a bit of a chillier wind. And there's that chance of a late day sprinkle as well. 10 degrees, though, by Sunday with partly cloudy skies. And by the time we get into Monday, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, daytime highs will be in the teens. Now that will feel like spring.
And lots of sympathy for anyone who had only 20 minutes sleep last night in an airport. Thank you, Mark. Danielle joins us now, and it's still pretty gusty out there.
It is, and I know it doesn't look like it right now, but the wind is getting, I'm protected from the wind because of the building in front of me, but yes, it's quite gusty out here, up to 50, even 55 kilometers per hour, and this will continue. We're looking at these type of gusts possible for the next 4 hours or so before things die down for the night. All right, we're sitting at 8 degrees. We got to a high of 10. Winds calming tonight, a wind chill of about -5 for tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We're looking at a good chunk of sunshine in the morning, clouding over in the afternoon with a chance of a late day shower, and then the winds will pick up again. Only a high of 7 for tomorrow, but we'll get into the teens in the next few days. I'll show you that coming at the end.
Thanks, Danielle. So, Danielle, if you want to plan your outdoor activities for the weekend, it sounds like Sunday is the better day of the two.
Absolutely, because Sunday we have a better chance of more sunshine, warmer temperatures, and it should be less gusty. So those are all good things for Sunday. Saturday is a bit of a different story, so we'll dip into that right now. 3 degrees in Banff, 8 in Calgary. Again, Calgary got to 10 degrees earlier today. Now we're starting to dip off for the day. 12 in Medicine Hat, which got into the teens today. Lethbridge is now sitting at 8. Radar and satellite showing what we are looking at, pockets of rain here. What was interesting, I actually drove from Red Deer this morning. Well, Calgary to Red Deer back. But basically, you can see in the distance the rain falling from the clouds, and you can see that the rain isn't quite making it to the ground, and that's called virga. So it's evaporating before it hits the ground. And when that happens, that can enhance the wind speed at the surface. And we did see that out there today. So many gusts out there today, certainly gusty times. Let's look at the maximum wind gusts. Pincher Creek over 80 kilometers per hour, 72 in Lethbridge, 69 for Medicine Hat, 56 for Calgary, and over 50 as well for Red Deer. Even Brooks getting closer to that 40 range, and Cranbrook 57. So again, that virga can enhance that at the surface. We're not looking at winds this intense for tomorrow, but from this corridor here, Pincher Creek to Lethbridge, 60 kilometer per hour gusts, and for us here in Calgary, likely closer to 40. So it will be a bit tamer tomorrow with regards to the wind gusts, but it may pick up at times because we may get that rain evaporating before it hits the ground once again, because we're looking at that development later in the day, and if it can't get to the ground, that's what could happen. Okay, for the morning hours, we're looking at sunshine all down the QE2, Calgary, and for most of southern Alberta. By the afternoon, again, we get that pop-up development, those isolated pockets of showers, and again, gustier conditions as they push on through, but they'll move through fast, and they will be very isolated, so not everywhere will see it. This is a look at Sunday, though. We were talking about Sunday being a nicer day. We may get a bit of a Chinook arch build in for the afternoon, but the morning should be sunny, and the wind should be a lot calmer, and the temperatures, as you can see, back into the double digits by then. So tomorrow, just a high of 7, Sunday getting to 10, and we should see a little more sunshine on Sunday. By the time we get into next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, our daytime highs will likely be in the teens.
Sounds like a great program.
Terrific. Yeah.
A scuba diver in Norway has shared video of his incredible encounter with a whale. Timo Dersch was surprised by the whale that came within a whisker of hitting him. Dersch says he was free diving, taking photos of the whales, when one of them came up behind him and swallowed the bait. Pretty amazing.
Yay!
Yeah, and amazing and a little scary, probably.
I think, sure. But I think guys like that are just used to that sort of thing. Yeah.
I like to just watch it on TV.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I like that. Well, did you catch the Northern Lights the other night? If not, a local photographer captured them for you. Calgary's Siv Yang often captures remarkable sights around southern Alberta with her camera. This was her look at the Northern Lights in Water Valley, northwest of Calgary, between midnight and 1:30 on Wednesday morning. You can find her photos on Hoodoos84 on both Instagram and X.
Love the Northern Lights.
Me too. And I assume that most of us were having a good sleep right about then. Sometimes good fortune brings the unlikeliest of people together. This is Jack White and Bill Murray in a preseason ball game between the Cubs and Dodgers in Tokyo. Did they go to the game together? No, it's a pure coincidence that the two American celebrities sat beside each other. White posted the photos on his Instagram page, where it has 160,000 likes. And in case you're wondering who took the photos, it was White's bass player, Dominic John Davis.
You know, that's crazy.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that's...
Of all the people in the world,
right?
all the people in that stadium, those two guys are side by side.
And I'll bet you they had a good time.
I bet they did. Both wearing their Cubs jerseys, by the way.
Right. Floor director Jackie's dancing quite well over here in the background. How can you not dance to that music? Oh, happy Friday. Okay, we have fresh snow in the mountains. If you want to ski, might be a good one for you. If you're looking at the nicest day of the weekend, for the most part, for most communities, it's Sunday, because it will be warmer and we'll get a little more sunshine likely on Sunday. All right, temperatures today, we did get into the double digits in Calgary. We got to 10 degrees. We are now sitting at 8 as we dip down for the day. 10 degrees though, so still double digits in Drumheller and in Medicine Hat as well. Pincher Creek is sitting at 2 degrees. Okay, let's talk about wind gusts, because it was quite a gusty one out there today. 81 was the maximum wind gust in Pincher Creek today. Looking at mid-50s for Calgary and Red Deer, just over 70 in Lethbridge and close to 70 in Medicine Hat. Brooks closer to 40 and Cranbrook 57. So very gusty day today. This is a look at tomorrow, and tomorrow it will be gusty but not as gusty. So Cranbrook all the way through Banff, Calgary, Brooks, Drumheller around 40 km/h gusts at times, Medicine Hat 50, and then that corridor Lethbridge over to Pincher Creek, you're looking at 60 km/h gusts possible. We have just more push of moisture coming in, so late day development is certainly possible. And even in the Pincher Creek, Crowsnest Pass area, 5 centimeters, maybe even a little more than that of snow tonight through early tomorrow morning. Fernie getting some fresh snow as well, high of 6. Edmonton a high of 9 and mainly cloudy skies. Old 7, Calgary 7, Drumheller 9. So tomorrow will not be as warm as it was out there today for most areas. Lethbridge a high of 8, Medicine Hat 9, decent amount of cloud cover in Medicine Hat, but to the west of that, mainly sunny for much of the day. All right, looking at that 10-day trend, double digits by Sunday, and then into the teens for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We dip off by Friday of next week.
Thanks, Glenn. And you could smell golf in the air?
Oh, I always do. Wow. I'm going to go play this weekend.
I thought it was a barbecue across the parking lot, but maybe I'm wrong.
I'm not even sure how they dragged him out of there to get here to do the show today.
It was
hard.
So much fun.
Simulation
There's a lot of people to do it, but hey.
All right, well, if you are golfing this weekend, can you golf this weekend?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Courses, well, 3 courses open, right?
There we go. Okay, well, it's gusty on Saturday, so you have to contend with that, plus not as warm. But Sunday should be less gusty and a high of 10. We get into the teens by next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style, budget, and Alberta's climate. Diane Bach near Champion, the beautiful skies today. Thank you, Diane.
Spectacular. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. Have a great night.